Charles Manson, deranged psychopath and convicted mass murderer, speaks to L Ron Hubbard, founder of the Church of Scientology. Manson first visited the Scientology Center, San Francisco, in 1967. Over the following 2 years, Manson spent thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours on Scientology courses and auditing sessions. In 1972, having been arrested and convicted of mass murder, Manson began to feel he had been ripped off. Manson demanded they return his money, but they refused. Then in 1974, one of Manson's loyal followers infiltrated Scientology's top ranks and tricked Hubbard into making and recording this phone call. The first few seconds of the call are inaudible.
And in a wire cage which is charged with an eternal battery. He's not likely ever to get out.
If you throw me in solitary confinement for nothing, what do you think's going to happen when I get out of here?
The only reason why any discipline has had to enter the scene, and the government should be very glad of that discipline, is to keep the lunatic fringe from other people from exploiting this subject and victimizing people with it.
You people have done everything in the world to me. Doesn't that give me equal right? I can do anything I want to you people at any time I want to, because that's what you've done to me.
That's very interesting. But let's correct an impression first. Let's get my relationship to this completely straight. Go on. I am the writer of the textbooks of Scientology.
I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing. It'd be just like walking to the drugstore.
If you were to knock out the control point of Scientology, you would reach the whirlwind.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
So, what do you do?
I say you do exactly what I say. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
I don't care, the guys. Check these things. Because the funny part of it is, it may be such a hell of a break in reality. He was sitting there minding his own business, and all of a sudden a bullet went through his head. That's the way it feels. And he's in agony. And his ability to ask is very poor, and he's pretty wongo-bongo. And if you get him rolling all over the track with 15 engrams in restimulation, one right after the other, boy, you might as well have shot him with a shotgun to begin with. Do you understand?
The street is my world. I don't pretend to go uptown and be anything fancy.
Well, that's very interesting.
For not doing enough, for not giving enough, for not being more perceptive, for not being aware enough, for not understanding, for being stupid. So now it's Manson versus you, but not Manson this person, but Manson the Manson that you wanted. I can have 2 or 3 girls to help me and beat you to death.
What monies of mine, personally, royalties and so on, amounts to $13 million. That's a fantastic sum of money.
Money? Oh, I've had all the money in the world 3 times and I had to give it back. That's a stupid little game, you know.
Anybody told me anything like that? The look of contempt they would get would be quite withering, and there might even be a beam to go with it. And the way you solve the case is to do right what has been done wrong. Right now. You follow?
Like a mirror upon the wall.
All right. Now, this is a wide open invitation. Got it? All right. Thank you very much. Thank God, you know. Goodbye!
Shortly after this call, Hubbard personally wired $4 million into Manson's Swiss bank account. In return, Manson promised that Hubbard would never be harmed by any member of the Manson family,